our big strum. Okay. Alright, let's hop on the firing range, shall we? We're going to be jumping into some gameplay here very shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to be on the firing range. We are going to be on the firing range. Listen, let's not talk about my character name right now. Can we... This man is a police officer and he needs your respect, thank you. This man deserves your respect. Alright, so I know some of you guys have probably seen all of this before because obviously Clean has already been through all of this. But if you guys want to use any of this footage, you are more than welcome. Thank you in advance to everybody that's hanging out today. I really, really do appreciate it. All the follows, all the subs, all the donations, any of that. Thank you so much. And if you do want to hold off on subs or donations or anything like that until we are done with this, I will absolutely understand. So please feel free to hold them back. What do you want me to test first? What gun are we testing? What do you think, guys? We've got a HK on us right now. What do you guys think we should pick up? You got any preferences? I believe motion blur is on low, but when it's off, I actually get more motion blur, I believe. I tested this earlier. Okay, no motion blur now. Cool. I had problems with that earlier. Pistols? You want to start with pistol? I like the idea of picking pistols first. We'll start there for sure. What do you think? You want to go with the Edda? We go with the CZ? Maybe like a 1911 American Freedom style Raging Bull revolver? I'm seeing a lot of revolvers here. Alright. Let's grab a speed loader. Alright. Let me go ahead and up the volume a little bit too for you guys. Oop. Okay. So, we can actually move these, which is really nice. So I can press this, and it'll go ahead and move it, and I can move it incrementally. And I think one of them comes all the way forward too. I can like spam it and just get it to come all the way forward. Alright, let's do it. The really nice thing as well is I can press middle mouse button, I can like move my camera around like this, which is really nice. Show FPS. I have my FPS set max to 144 right now. I don't think there's an FPS counter that I can turn on, but my frames are really, really good right now. Really smooth. The firing range is very, very smooth in general. Is there a group system? Yes. 6 people max, I think, right now. I believe. Stat FPS. Stat. Oh, FPS. Oh. It might just be FPS, honestly. No. That's fine. I'm not too worried. It's running really smoothly. Now, one of the really cool things that I would love to see implemented with the revolvers, one of the really cool things I'd love to see is some kind of Russian roulette. I would absolutely love to see that. We're low 70s in frames right now. And I have my settings on mostly high and ultra. The only differences really are kind of like the, you know, the stuff you would have off like motion blur and all of that crap. I also have my specs below the stream if you want to take a look at those, but I'm running a 1060 right now with a Ryzen 3800X and streaming at the same time. DeadMatter, how's it going, man? Thank you for the sub. Yes, I can. 2 shots. You reload the whole mag right now. Also notice a glitch in the animation now. Oh, it might be because I don't have enough bullets, but it reloads the whole mag, I believe. So maybe that's something that we can suggest. There is a speed loader. There is. Yes, correct. We've just used one. Yes, you should be able to see nameplates when you're in a party with people. Let's try the 1911, eh? Extended mags. Team Ryan, how are you? Thank you for the follow, buddy. Shotguns, please, coming soon. Guys, keep it relaxed, keep it chill. No need for the full caps. We'll get there. Don't worry. You're gonna see just about everything that I can get out today. Whoa, nice. I love the animations, man. They're so smooth. Look at this. It's so nice, dude. And one of the things I really like is the slide on the gun. It just has a weight to it when you reload, when you finish the animation. Look at this. Ah, I just love it. Beautiful. Yeah, of course, Tyler. Feel free, man. Feel free. We're going to be jumping on with MrAtomicDuck here in about 10 minutes. I need to keep tabbing out and checking my Discord as well. Oh, I need to do /God as well to make sure I don't die of, like, dehydration and all that stuff. Alrighty. When did you start streaming? I've been streaming for about 2 years now, roughly. Just over. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Just over 2 years. I believe. It has been quite a long time since I first got started. But this opportunity is, like, you know, probably the biggest one that I've ever gotten. And I couldn't be more grateful for it, of course. Grab some buckshots. Nice. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. Thank you, frontman. Appreciate it. Is there any bows in the game? I believe a crossbow and bow is planned, but we'll ask MrAtomicDuck when he jumps in here in a bit. Try out the R700. Music to my ears, good sir. Music to my ears. Do you know what this gun is to me? Do you understand what this gun is to me? Someone tell him, chat. This is our backer weapon. The gun that my community, finest community, myself and finest, all chipped in to contribute towards. And it is in the game as a result of the boomstick package. Incredible. I'm not sure, Roman. I'm not sure what build Clean was on. We're going to be jumping into the real map real soon, guys. Don't worry. MrAtomicDuck will be joining me shortly. And we will be jumping into the real world. We're just basically killing some time before we start off. You are on a newer one. Okay, thank you, gun. Yep, you can lean as well, so I can do that. You can lean. That is the thing. Let's do... Give me a moment here. Spawn item. Actually, we need items list, right? So list items. R700. Scope. Let's do Which one will fit this gun? Which scope will fit this one? If I may ask. How does the gunplay feel? Really weighted. It's really nice, actually. It's really nice. Thank you for the sub, Smokenar. Appreciate it. Check DMs. Okay, will do. Johnny. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Let's try that. Oh, I've seen this one. This is a really nice one, actually. I believe we need to... Do I need a mount? I think I need a mount, right? I believe I need a mount for this. Possible. IRS mount. Need a rail, yeah. It should be in the rail mount in the DM, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so... list. No, spawn. Item. Boop. Done. We'll whack that on the R700. And that should just about do it. Awesome. Okay, let's take this outside. Let's take this outside. Boy. Tell you what. If you take a perk like police officer, yes, because that's an occupation. That would be permanent to your character. Yeah. You know, with the dev team on Discord, we will be very soon. Very soon. Guys, one thing I would like to say as well, you will be politely asked not to spam questions by my mod team. And if you do continue to spam questions, you will be timed out. So please, just be polite about it. I respect you guys no end for being here. But just remember that, okay? Thank you, thank you. You can use free look, so like this. I can do that right now. I just hold down middle mouse button to do that. And I'm on a 6 gig. Some of my settings may not be optimized as well, which is one of those things. Do bear that in mind. And do the Q&A at the end of the stream. So we've picked out some questions from the Reddit already, and we're gonna do we are gonna do those at the end of the stream. Sorry, throughout the stream. Once MetaMoth is here. So nice, so nice. Is there point firing? Yes. We can't lay on the ground right now. There is only crouch. There is no prone currently. So point fire is like completely accurate to where I'm looking. See? Like it's not like, you know, there is no third person. We've already shown my FPS. It's around low 70s right now. Will the alpha have the watermark you have? That I do not know. You'll have to wait until MetaMoth gets here to answer that one. Alright, let's go ahead and grab ourselves an AK. I'm gonna go ahead with the polymer. Where's the polymer AK-74? There it is. And I need some basic 545 AK mags. Wonderful. Thank you for the follows and subscription, guys, as well. Appreciate it. Oh, nice. Use the sub money to upgrade your PC. Believe me, it'll be something I heavily consider right now to get a better graphics card. Believe me. They showed first person a while ago. They did, and they made the decision that they didn't want it in the game. All right. What was my button for fire modes? There we go. B. So you've got safety, semi-auto, and auto. Ba-da-da. I'm guessing the stream just went down. Just refresh if you need to, guys. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Just refresh. You're good. You're good. All right. You can whack on slow mode if you'd like. If you'd like mods. Slow mode would be fine too. Slow mode already on 20 seconds, shall we? Oh. Guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you. We are about to get started with the actual main event. I'm gonna have to pull up my questions as well. Alrighty. So, before we get started, guys, I do just want to mention that I make DeadMatter videos on YouTube all the time. Once a week. We had a new one go up today. Please feel free to go and check that out. And obviously, I will be streaming it here as well, as much as I can once the NDA is removed. So feel free to drop by any time. Thank you so much for being here today. It means a lot to me. And we're going to be exploring the world here in a minute. What would your favorite gun be so far? Probably the R700. Gotta be the R700. Because it's the one that I got in the game. Right. Let's go ahead and pull up the document, shall we? Right, so I'm going to bring up my Q&A doc here that we've got, and Metamoth is currently, I think he's currently having a couple of Steam issues, but decided that it needed an update. Guys, keep it English in chat if you can, please. Jokes, what's going on, buddy? I am going to be showing the firing range for now. We are going to be moving to the real map, don't worry. Will there be servers for different regions? Yes. Hi, Gimli. I can certainly ask about armor, no problem. Which map? It's just going to be the main map. We're just going to be hopping into. We're going to be hopping in the actual, you know, the world, if you like. Okay, 1 second, chat. Metamoth, what's going on?
Howdy.
How you doing?
Not bad. How about you?
Oh, I'm good. This is definitely something I'm not too used to. It's fair to say I'm nervous right now, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm excited.
I think we'll have a load of fun with this.
I think so too. Dog Teeth, what's going on, buddy? I'll keep myself on voice activation. If you want me to throw me on like push to talk or whatever, just let me know, and I'll change it up.
I'm going to probably have to move to voice activation here anyway in a second, so that's totally cool.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm I'm gonna hop back to the main menu. The server's up, right? Ready for us to...
be.
Okay, awesome. Just my server?
Yeah, and if there's any issues, Kyle is on hand to restart the server. I guess that's worth saying right now. This is a closed alpha build. Things are going to break. We are anticipating there may be a server crash. It's just going to happen. But things should be okay.
Okay, I'm already having one issue, which is when I join the server, it's sending me back to the main menu.
Oh dear.
It's okay. It's going to happen.
We'll see what's happening.
It's going to happen, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm sure chat will be patient with us. When was the alpha? It's going to be Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your time zone. Can you turn his volume up a bit? Do you guys think he needs turning up, or are you guys, or can you hear him?
I can also turn up locally if you guys would like. Still
yes,
coming
turn
through
up.
Good on your end?
Yeah, I'll turn you up a little bit locally. It's all good.
Oakley dokley.
How's that, boys? Is that better for you, chat? Give me a test.
Check, 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 check.
Better? Good? Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Alrighty.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and restart my game, just to make sure that there's no issues with that. And then we'll give her another spin.
Alrighty.
Just bear in mind, guys, there are going to be some teething problems like this throughout the stream. Obviously, it is a closed alpha. It's not like you're seeing it on early access on Steam right now. It is a closed alpha. We are going to experience some issues throughout.
And provided our friends at Steam decide I'm allowed to play the game, I should be in momentarily.
Yeah, whenever I join the online server, it's basically just kicking me back out.
Shoot.
Right now. It's all good though. It might be that I need like that I haven't been whitelisted correctly or something along those lines.
Can you do me a favor and quickly DM me your Steam ID? We just want to make sure that you're actually set up to join.
Yep, no problem. Need 2 seconds. How are they going to ensure PvE? It's a good question. You want to answer that one, Emma?
So basically, the way we're looking at things, our balance already leans towards PvE. We want our enemies to be a real threat, and we're already at a point where you don't want to just go in guns blazing like some sort of crazy person, because that's going to get you killed pretty quickly. You know, if you make a lot of noise, our infected are going to swarm you, and they're going to chew you up and spit you out. So, you know, we're already working towards a sort of a balance where getting into a fight with somebody is a strategic decision, and we're going to continue to develop that as we go forward with the closed alpha and then early access.
There you go. Okay, I think my Steam IDs are in the chat as in our chat as necessary.
Mayor, thank you. No, Steve, I'm sorry. I love Disco Elysium as much as the next guy, but I do not want that to update right now.
Dude, I love Steam. It sometimes wants to update everything it possibly can. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. Appreciate it. And just to let you guys know, I am based in the UK. I believe the server is that West Coast or is it Canada?
That'll be a Canadian server.
It's a Canadian server, so my ping's going to be naturally a little bit higher. So don't worry about it too much. It's not the server's fault.
All right, I have made it into the server, which is promising.
Let me try and join. See what we get. Oh, I think we're in luck. All right,
we're looking good, are we? Perfect.
Yes. Okay, we're in. I'm gonna go ahead and just what I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete this character. I'm just going to create a new one just so that you guys can see, obviously, for those that haven't already, you guys can see the character creation. So we'll just name our guy DeadMatter. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we have our occupations. These are going to be things that determine how many points you get and also determine what you spawn with. You can see that we have like an initial loadout on the left there, which is going to give you different items. You also get a certain amount of perk points. So let's say we go with let's go with the farmer. And that gives you different qualities, like different attributes, different skills, stuff like that. So that's going to give you different points that you can spend here. Okay, so we have 2 perk points. So I can go ahead and select anything from this right-hand side as kind of like a bonus. So I could say I want to be a runner. So that's going to give me some more agility. I can hit next. Let's go for it. Can we record the stream to put on YouTube? Yes, you guys are more than free to use this footage for anything you would like. You're more than welcome. Just make sure that you credit where it came from. That would be the only thing I ask. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate you guys crediting the stream if you can. Oh, all right. So character customization, I believe, is due for that. We're gonna see that expand over time, right?
Absolutely. So we have a lot of stuff in the works for it right now. Our character artist Dogtooth has been doing a ton of stuff with it, and going forwards, more and more will be added.
Awesome. So right now, it's a little bit basic, but we're going to see more added to this over time. I'm just going to go with that for now. Obviously, that's not really like a core mechanic as such. So the team are probably focusing on a little bit more than that right now. Okay, let's give it a moment to load in.
Yeah, and just let me know once you're in, and I'll bring you to where I am.
Okay, I'm in. Things are loading.
All right, wait for everything to load because we don't want to kill your poor computer, but then we'll bring you right over.
No problem. Also, can I just say as well, I've had a bit of a wonder to try and sort out some of my settings as well before the stream. The woods are really, really nice. I love the way that the woods are set up because, like, you look around and I can imagine having fights in these woods because, like, you're not going to see people. You're just not going to see people until they're very, very close to you, and I think that's going to create, like, an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, the way the woods are right now, like, we still want to bulk it out with some more points of interest, but they're already in a place where, like, if you meet another player, you are going to spook each other pretty badly. It's really fun.
Okay, let me go ahead and throw my FPS counter up as well, which will go up now that we're loading stuff in. So I've just been moved to MetaMoth. Just give me a second, chat, and our FPS will shoot up as soon as we're done loading stuff. Okay, so you can see right now I'm running a 1060 with 6 gigabytes. I'm running a 1060. I've got a Ryzen 300X as well. You can see my specs below the stream. It's obviously not the most optimal setup, but I'm still getting like 50 FPS here while streaming, right? But I'm still getting like 50 FPS here while streaming, right?
Yeah.
Depth of field. But usually I would have that as off. Obviously bloom, lens flare, motion blur is all off right now. High anti-aliasing. Yeah, so that's a bit of an example as to what you can get on like a 1060. With a 2060 or something like that, you would probably get much better performance. I know when Clean did his stream, he was running a beast of a PC. So he is going to get some very, very good performance on something like this. Just to give you... view distance is on high as well. My frame limit is 145. It's obviously just because I have a 144 Hz monitor. Field of view is 90. I can up that as I like, but we're going to keep it on 90 for now. All right. Let's jump into it.
Alrighty, so this is the Bow Valley go-kart track because we have go-karts in DeadMatter. So, we'll take a little walk through the place.
Oh, I should probably throw on God mode, eh? As well, just so that I don't dehydrate.
Yeah, just keep things safe.
Okay.
Of course, if you're thirsty, we do have a vending machine right here.
Is this operational?
Yes, it is. So our vending machines are totally functional.
That's super cool. And that takes, yeah, so $7 Canadian, $6 Canadian. I'm guessing the stuff that would give me the most hydration is probably like the most expensive, I would assume.
We haven't really gone too heavy into balancing that right now. We're kind of like anything else with balance. We're waiting for the closed alpha to go forward so that way we can really get feedback from people and make sure the game feels really good and really satisfying to play.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So in here we have this lovely arcade.
Hey,
no,
I'm gonna totally order a drink. Sorry, I just found some money in here.
Oh, go nuts.
I'm so easily amused.
It's a cool little touch. We're all really big fans of it.
Oh, I don't think I have enough space for this. Hang on. Here we go. Nice. All right.
So in this arcade here, we have a bunch of arcade machines. If we had lock picks, we could actually pick these and try to steal the change from them.
Oh, no way. That's awesome. Okay.
But mind you, I don't think anybody really goes to a go-kart track unless you're, seeking out the go-karts themselves. So let's have
probably.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves an infected over here.
Oh, I think I have a weapon here. Yeah, I have a garden hoe.
Oh, that's good as any. Oh, he's on the other side of the fence. Never mind, he is not a threat.
Okay, we're gonna be fine. Awesome. We got another one over here, though. He's gonna...
Let's see if I can't dome the guy up. Oh, he's coming.
Jesus.
Now, you can loot our infected, so if you crack him open, you can actually search his clothing for anything useful that you might be carrying on him.
Okay.
We've got another guy coming. I'll go cover him while you do some looting if you'd like.
Yep. Because I got a broken phone.
Nice.
And I think that's about it. That's all I got on him.
Perfect.
I'm going to leave that there for now. I don't think I have the storage space for much right now in my particular setup.
It appears we're seeing a minor bug with vehicle spawns here, which makes sense. We did have a bug with them, so just 1 second.
Yep, no problem. Are super wide and widescreen supported?
They absolutely are. In fact, our lead developer, Nick, he actually runs on ultra wide, and it plays really nicely and has a really nice cinematic feel to it.
Nice. Here you go. Unknown for the time being, Twisted, I believe. Oh, man. Yeah, so bear in mind that the third-person animations are very much a work in progress, guys, and a lot of them aren't, like, even started right now. Most of the emphasis is on first-person animations.
Yeah, so our big thing right now is we could have held off on adding these until they were animated, but they're kind of too much fun to not have them in.
I don't blame you. Can you go ahead and spawn me one as well? Or give me the command and I'll do that. Spawn
I'm
vehicle.
just doing it right now.
Okay. How does carry weight come into play? Is it significant?
So currently there are no carry weight limitations. We're primarily right now focused on a cell-based system. Kind of like a game like Stalker, for instance, where you have a limited amount of space and need to pack everything as efficiently as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that command is just going to not work. That's totally cool.
Might be a limit, I guess.
There you go.
Okay. Stay still, go-kart. I wish to drive you. Okay. O to start the vehicle. Oh, jeez. Are you alright?
Yeah, this stuff likes to break occasionally, Closed alpha, stuff is gonna go wrong.
This is why I love closed alpha games, because stuff like this you won't get anywhere else. And you can just have a good time with it. I love it. Because, like, you have to look at this with a little bit of an understanding, chat, that things like this are gonna happen.
If you want to take a little roll, welcome to.
And have to tell me twice.
Now, these are pretty zippy little things, so try to be careful. Their suspension is not the most forgiving, which is to be expected of a go-kart.
Yep, yep.
But as you can see, vehicle handling is something we're trying to take seriously. We're trying to really differentiate their vehicle handling a little bit better. So that way, you know, a pickup truck doesn't handle like a go-kart or vice versa.
Oh, I see. That was... I saw you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to play catch-up here. Gonna have to drive as carefully as I can to shave off them seconds. And this is a fully sized go-kart track. You could straight up come here with your friends and do a little bit of racing.
I love this. This is great.
Yeah, you know, this is the advanced folding model of go-kart, clearly.
Yeah, yes. Let's do one more lap.
Sounds great.
Look, man, no hands, no arms.
Oh, geez.
It feels really, like, really weighted, though. Like, it's good. Like, it's a nice, substantial feeling to it.
Yeah, we really do try to go all out, especially with the way the suspensions in our vehicles handle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, I have had a small incident.
Did you hit the wall?
I may have hit the wall. I won't pretend to be the best at video games. I'm pretty mediocre most of the time, but sometimes I just do real bad.
Off he goes to service people.
Alrighty. Now I understand you have a list of questions for me.
I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So, we'll just start reeling off a couple of these, and these are all questions. So for you guys to understand this better, these are questions that have come straight from the Reddit. We put up a thread very recently on the Reddit, and we had over 300 replies with questions. So I'm going to start with some of the basic ones, which is, we had one earlier in chat as well, which is, are bows and crossbows planned?
So we do have plans for both bows and crossbows. They're not in for the closed alpha launch, but we realize that they're kind of key to what we're trying to do. So they're definitely going to be making their way in. And I know our animation lead, the guy who's really pulling all of our weapons together, is Shiny, and he would really like to do something with them and has plans in place for it.
Awesome. Okay. I think that's because the admin's colliding with me here.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the other questions we have, and something that I'd like to kind of focus on if we can, is how do we plan to combat hacking? Because obviously with every game, there's going to be hackers, right? So what's the plans there?
So we're using easy anti-cheat for our anti-cheat solution. Beyond that, we are going to be taking measures against hacking and cheating. Excuse me. How rude. So we will be doing an anti-cheat solution on our end too, just to prevent hacking and other such things. I don't want to go into too much detail about it though, because what tends to happen if you start talking about that stuff is people start getting ideas and you enter into basically an arms race with hackers and cheaters. Mm-hmm. And that's not a situation you want to be in. I've been there. I've done that. Here's that I've had a crash. I should be back in momentarily though.
No problem. No worries. In the meantime, I'll ask you a couple more questions as well. So, What do you think was the most difficult thing you had to deal with while developing DeadMatter?
Now, keeping in mind, I'm a relatively new addition to the development team. I've only been in for about 6 months, and one of the big things you tend to have to deal with when you're coming into an established team is they have workflows, they have lots of stuff in place already, and you tend to have to really learn and pick up their workflows and their tools. And working with those tools and learning them probably has been the single most difficult thing.
Yeah, I can absolutely understand that. Okay, so something that we had a lot of varying questions about this, like just in different formats, was stuff about like armor, bullet ballistics, you know, things like that. So tell me a little bit more about ballistics, bullet drop, you know, that sort of thing.
So in DeadMatter, we have a fairly complicated bullet simulation mechanic system. It's not, you know, we're not a ballistic sim. We're not going to pretend to be, but we do a lot with our weapons. And while I could absolutely, you know, sit here and talk about it, why don't we show it off a little bit? So I'm going to just, I'm going to grab myself a gun here.
He did not want to go down. Okay, I'll go ahead and spawn myself one as well. Spawn item.
I would actually recommend using the give item command.
Okay, sure. Give item. And then, what should we do here? Not sure how to, just type HK416. There. It's gotta be a particular command. Okay, let me tab out here.
What you can actually use is the list items command. And if you search in a keyword for a weapon, for instance, okay. I'm using the Eater, which is our polymer framed 9mm handgun.
Okay.
And so I just typed in list item Eater, or I guess list items.
List items, editor. Okay, perfect.
And you want the weapon variant, unless you want to be spicy and take the Glock 18C variant of it.
Give item weapon Glock, and we'll just go with that one. That'll be fine.
Oh, it appears you don't have the carry capacity for it, so it got dropped to the ground.
Okay, awesome. That's fine.
Alrighty, and then you can use the give ammo command to give yourself some ammunition for it and give it an old reload. Alrighty, awesome. We are locked and loaded. So, first big thing to keep in mind about weapons in DeadMatter is that they are actually set up with ricochet on their bullets. So we're going to use our lovely demonstration friend over here. I believe this is a member of our development team, Nahito. I could be wrong. But if I fire at his feet and just fire off a couple rounds, you'll notice he's actually being hit by the bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so you got to be careful and mindful about where you're actually spraying your fire, because you can accidentally kill your friends without realizing it. So don't do that. We've actually had incidents during testing where we've accidentally killed each other. It also works on our zombies, of course. Now, the other thing is that bullets can penetrate. Now, with a 9mm, you're not going to see so much of it, but we do actually model based on the surface. So a metal wall like this, bullets can travel through it and hit whatever's on the other side. In fact, you know what? This is probably a little risky, but we're going to do it anyway. Follow me. We'll do a little demo of bullet penetration. It may or may not work. We're still tweaking material setups for some of our buildings and such, so not everything is perfectly set up with it. This building's not, it'll have to be this garage over here, I guess. Just one sec. Whoever just picked that zombie off, good shot.
Thank you. Yeah, we got the sound from that one coming in.
Alrighty, so if you want to come over here, what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to be the one, I guess I'll have to pull the trigger so your viewers can actually see it. But if you hit the other side of this building's wall here, I should be able to... Okay, goodness gracious, excuse me.
No problem.
Alrighty, now if you want to head to the other side of the wall and just stand on right on the other side in front of me here, make sure I'm lined up with you. I'd even face hug right here just so I don't miss you.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. None of that. Thank you.
They're very persistent.
Alrighty, and I'll just drop a couple shots at that wall. You take any hits? No, the material's not set up properly on this. So this wall here thinks it's made of cement, which blocks traps. So while it's not what we wanted to show, it does actually prove it's trying to swing nicely.
I'm thinking we should get out of here.
You can also notice that they really are attracted to noise. We got guys coming from every which way, so let's go for a little jaunt, maybe, and get out of here.
I see that. I think I just got teleported somewhere and back again.
That would be just a minor issue with that go-kart that bugged out. We are still fine, though.
Right, okay, cool. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's get out of here.
Alright, we can head inside for the moment if you'd like. Alrighty, make sure we close the door. Now, that's not going to stop them forever. Now, our infected will break down the door, and they'll try to get at you by any means necessary. They're very persistent like that for some reason.
I can hear him.
Yeah, I think it's some of our friends outside potentially having a little bit of fun with them because they're really kitted out heavily.
Okay, where are we headed to?
Alrighty. You know what? I'm gonna teleport off to another location so we can just do some varied showcases without having to spend half the video.
My favorite bits of the game. Just like how it responds.
There's nothing in these containers.
Not finding anything in these.
Alright, let's head up here to this lovely little overpass to see if we've got anything interesting up here.
Okay.
How about another question from our community?
Sure. Right. Chat. Let's pull one from chat. What do you think? What do you want answering here?
How will the lockpick system work? That's actually a good one. So, I don't know how terribly familiar...
That's a good question, actually.
Lockpick to get into. A lot of higher security containers, like gun cases, for instance, cannot be looted unless you have a key or can pick the lock.
Not finding anything in these.
Alright, let's head up here to this lovely little overpass to see if we've got anything interesting up here.
Okay.
How about another question from our community?
Sure. Right. Chat. Let's pull one from chat. What do you think? What do you want answering here?
How will the lockpick system work? That's actually a good one. So, I don't know how terribly familiar our community might be with this indie title called Fallout. However, Fallout 3 and onwards has a lockpick system. Bethesda's really put a lot of time into developing various lockpick systems over the years. And the one they're using in a game like Fallout 4 is fairly close to what we have. However, instead of it being just a half of a radius with sort of marked hotspots for picking a lock, we instead have a fully rotary lock system that you can pick at without any marking points. So it is far more a high effort task to actually get into something. We want lock picking to be challenging so that way players actually have to put in the work and it actually takes a bit of time for you to break a lock.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we saw, if I'm not mistaken, it was in one of the vlogs, wasn't it? At one stage, it was in vlog 11, I think, off the top of my head. One of those had some lock picking in.
It was quite a while ago now, but we did actually showcase a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of varied carnage out and about in our world. But that just means that there's often more opportunities to find some interesting loot out there. And I'm pretty sure the rest of this is dry for stuff. I'm just quickly checking.
I love this design though. Like even like the little bits. Like you've not just got like the vehicles toppled over, right? But you've got like items on the floor. Some of the doors are knocked off the hinges, stuff like that. There's more going on than just a pile up, right? Like the little map design. Little map design features are incredible like this.
Why don't we hop to another location? Because this is, again, just an overpass on the highway, and we're on foot. Take us forever to get anywhere.
Sure. That's a good question, actually. And I'm sure Metamoth will be happy to answer this one. Are we expecting wipes like Rust?
So, we're really aiming for servers to be sort of a longer term thing. However, we also realize that some players aren't going to want their servers to run out of supplies, or people might come in and start doing really silly things like deforesting half the map, because cutting down trees is something that totally does exist in our game. So you might decide your server might need a little bit of a reset, and that'll be a thing. We're looking down the line at adding a system so you can selectively reset things.
Nice.
That means you might be able to wipe, the world state while keeping people's inventory, for instance.
Nice. Okay, I like that. So, like, essentially, it's up to the server owners to dumb it down a little bit. It is up to the server owners whether you want to do that sort of thing, whether you want to do like a selective wipe or a full wipe.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Hopefully that answers your questions there, guys. I can answer the one about how big is the map. That will be 7.5 kilometers squared by 7.5 kilometers squared. Yeah.
Yep, that is correct. It's worth keeping in mind that it's not a flat plane or anything, so there is a lot of variation, and the world tends to feel bigger than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've probably noticed, even just standing where you are, things seem huge. And here's the crazy part. That's very close to where we were at the go-kart track.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alrighty.
I am going to pull one of the questions from Reddit here while we've got a minute.
By all means.
Okay. So this one was from Your Wizard in Hell from Reddit, and he asked, can we play as a zombie after dying to zombies?
So, I'm a big fan of games like Left 4 Dead. I really like the way they handled their multiplayer, and I think playing as the Infected is really cool. However, that's not really going to fit with what we're doing with DeadMatter. Now, we do have plans down the line that your corpse could end up zombified, and you will have to actually kill yourself to get your gear back. However, that won't be immediately for the closed alpha.
I have a guy. I think I'm being followed by a gnome.
Oh no.
Hang on. Canned pizza. The meme. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, gives everything a second to load in.
By all means.
Canned pizza. I could never bring myself to eat a pizza out of a can. It would absolutely never cross my lips, that food.
I have a very morbid curiosity about it. I think if somebody walked up and said, hey bro, I got canned pizza right here, right now, I would be very inclined to give it a risky try.
Rather you than me. Okay, I have another question that I like to just post from Reddit while we're walking around here. A vicious red panda asked, will there be factions, and is there a reputation system or quests that we can do for those factions?
For sure. So we're going forward with a faction reputation system, and factions will have quests. Alongside that, killing members of factions would kill off your reputation with them, and some factions may not like things you do. Like, if you go around just, carelessly murdering everybody, your main survivor factions probably aren't going to much care for you, because nobody wants to deal with, a crazed murderer.
Makes sense. All right, thank you very much. I love the idea of that, too, because I think that's another thing that, like, a lot of people, right, when you're playing a zombie survival game, a lot of them nowadays are just like, here's a sandbox, go play. But adding things like factions and quests and all of, reputation, it just gives it more substance and allows us to keep playing for longer.
Absolutely. You know what? We got a locked gun case over here.
Okay.
Now, do you want to give lockpicking a try?
Absolutely.
So if you use the give item command, then give yourself item_lockpick. That'll give you a lockpick. Now, I'm also going to tell you right now, outright, you're going to probably want to enter the command a couple of times, because lockpicking is pretty difficult.
Okay.
And that's,
give item lockpick.
That's not meant to throw shade at you, but even, pretty much everybody on the dev team finds it's a pretty challenging thing. We're going to probably be making it a bit easier or improve the responsibility of it.
Okay.
But that's something for later.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to get, potentially, weapons out of it, it should be a difficult thing, right?
For sure.
Okay, so, I'm guessing that I'm just kind of, moving the needle around here, and then I press D to turn the lock and see what I get out of it.
Yep.
I did it.
Alrighty, get anything good?
I did! I have a weapon!
Nicely done.
Okay, there's another Edder in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this rifle. I guess the Edder is all yours if you want it.
I'm still carrying mine. I'm good. Actually, let's see if there's any good parts on it.
Oh,
Let's take the
Winchester.
magazine. Ooh, you got the Winchester. Nice.
Dude, one of my favorite weapons. Lever actions.
Oh, it's such a groovy gun. Yeah, I mean, we're heading down the hill. There's some built-up areas down here we can do a little more focused looting on. So who knows? Maybe
Absolutely.
we'll see some targets.
Hope so. Now, one of the things that I noticed, kind of just while trying to set up my settings ready for this, was when I shot sometimes, and I mean the go-kart track was enough of a demonstration of that. When you shoot, zombies are drawn to noise, and they're not drawn to your location as you move. They are drawn to the location of the sound. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So zombies will go to basically an area where noises happen to investigate. Typically, they're going to see you and they're going to ruin your day. This also means, though, that you can do clever things like you might have noticed you have a bottle of water. Did you end up drinking that?
I believe I did, yes, and I've dropped the bottle since, unfortunately.
Okay. So if you say got something like a can of soda or something, and you drank that, you'd have an empty can. You could throw that. When it lands, it makes noise. It also does a little tiny bit of damage, so yeah, I guess there is a viability for having like 1,000 of them in your backpack and just start pegging zombies with them until they drop dead. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the most efficient way to get a kill. But they make noise on impact, which means you can use them as sort of a janky, improvised distraction method, much like The Evil Within 2.
Oh, nice. That sounds awesome. I love that idea as well, because like it just gives a little bit of an extra use to drinking items and stuff like that. Being able to distract stuff is great.
Absolutely. And it feels really nice.
I'm definitely going to be one of those people that draws a horde of zombies onto somebody held up in a building. Like, that's absolutely going to be me. You've got to. Flush them out.
For sure. Use whatever means necessary. Don't forget, buildings have fire alarms. In fact, does this building have a... Ooh, this building has a fire alarm.
Okay.
Oh, it's got infected in it, too. You want to try your rifle out?
Yep.
I'll just run around these bale containers while you get a clean shot.
Got him.
And he's down. Nicely done. Alrighty. So, we got a fire alarm over here. Now, if you want to do the thing that all your school teachers told you never to do, you can give it a yank.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's big and red, man. It's there to be interactive.
You gotta push the button.
Absolutely. And that's a fire alarm.
Okay.
Now, if you want to come with me over this way, I'll show you the whole loop with them. Why not? So, right now, alrighty. And of course, down here, there's still even more to loot through.
Yeah, I got a lot of toolboxes and tackle boxes and stuff down here. Living in the past with DayZ and not being able to rotate items for years through development is not a problem.
Inventory Tetris is entirely viable in this game. We're not going to take that from y'all. Actually, this is I might mention here. These trash cans can also be looted.
Oh, really?
Now, I can't promise you'll find good stuff in them, because they're trash cans, but you can definitely loot them. You could also put your own stuff in there and set up a little dead drop for your friends if you wanted. That's totally a thing you can do.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, just an old pizza box in this one. I could see myself basing here. I could see that. I like as well how I can, like, search the ground for rocks as well, like on certain terrains.
Oh, for sure. You can also actually forage from bushes.
Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. So we got, like, a stick, and I don't know if I got any berries there. I think it was just the stick.
Yeah. And you can use the materials from foraging to do stuff like build campfires, for instance.
Awesome. Okay.
Alrighty. How about another question?
Sure. So one of the questions that we got from Reddit, which I think would be kind of useful here, is from Physical Giraffe 7341, and he asks, outside of food and water requirements, do we also need to sleep?
So that's kind of the issue with games like this. We've got a very large multiplayer community, and it's very hard to get everybody to go to bed at the same time. That doesn't really work well for what we need. So for the time being, we're kind of just avoiding that system. This isn't a game like Minecraft where it's a very creative endeavor for the most part. Mm-hmm. And it feels weird for us to, have everybody in the like somebody put out a server-wide announcement, okay guys, it's bedtime. That doesn't really fit with what we're doing. So for the time being, it's, always awake all the time, which is, I totally admit, funny in its own way, but we think it'll be more conducive to interesting gameplay. It also means you have to deal with the world tonight, and that's an experience unto itself. It is dark, it is spooky, and you're gonna have a bad time if you're not prepared.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, like, I don't see myself, you know, I really don't see myself wanting to have, like, some sort of sleep command or anything like that in a game like DeadMatter anyway, because, like, it's just not conducive to gameplay.
For sure, and I mean, something we see a lot of is people really, really like the idea of simulations, and I absolutely appreciate that. But you also have to keep in mind, we need to keep the game, like, actually fun to play and create a very consistent play experience for everybody, and that's not going to work terribly well if we're spending all of our time creating weird simulation systems that aren't going to feel super good.
Sure. Okay. So one of the other questions I had was, will this game be more PvE or PvP orientated, which comes from Marcus_P1007.
So we're very much aiming for a heavier balance towards PvE. As you've seen, our infected are rather persistent, and they can take quite a few hits. Even, you know, firing a weapon at them like a pistol or a common rifle, they can tank a hit or two. And if you're making a lot of noise and you have a limited supply of ammo, unlike us right now, because we're, you know, kind of admitting it up, you're going to want to, more often than not, maybe run, because you don't want to risk burning all your resources in a single engagement.
Makes sense. Oh, I got a zombie down here. Oh. Just brutal. Just take his face off with the garden hoe.
I might actually make a little recommendation. You may want to give yourself the sledgehammer, because I am a big proponent of the sledgehammer. I think it is a wonderful piece of equipment, and it brings me great joy to use. And I would like to share that with you.
What would that be? Give item...
You could just use the list items command for the sledgehammer.
Okay. List items, sledgehammer. Okay. Give item... weapon _ sledgehammer.
Oh, fantastic. Baby, I got a wallet. Love it.
Oh, nice. So that allows you to store some money in your wallet, and you kind of like minimize the space your money takes up in your inventory.
Yeah. Plus, I can add it to my tool belt. When I die on a non-server, because that is an option for server owners.
Jesus Christ, what was that?
I'm not sure I want to know what that was, but I suspect that was one of our developer friends outside just having a go at something. So you'll be able to stash some cash in your wallet for after you die.
Makes a lot of sense. We've got one that's coming up a lot in chat right now, which is, will there be a watermark during the closed alpha?
Absolutely. We have a few systems in place to prevent leaks. We are taking the NDA very seriously, and I know it's a point of contention among a lot of people, but it's really important to keep in mind that, you know, it's very common among closed alphas to have a watermark and to have an NDA on it. Generally, teams aren't quite as open and don't talk as much about it because people don't like it. However, it happens quite often.
Okay. It's a fair response. I mean, to be honest, like, once you start playing, it's funny how easy it is to just forget it's there entirely. To be
non-intrusive for when you're playing the game. I know it might not be the best thing to watch for some people, especially if, you know, it's catching your eye often. But when you're playing the game, it really does just fade out of view.
Sure. Okay, let me see here. All right, Twitch chat. So what kind of questions you've got?
I'm going to check out what's in this grill.
So just, I can see so many questions going right now. It's really hard to keep up here. But is VoIP going to trigger zombies if you're nearby?
So currently, no, VoIP does not trigger zombies. We're kind of on the fence about that because we want people to use our VoIP. And if everybody realizes that using VoIP is just going to bring down the hammer of, dead God on you, you're not going to use it. And everybody's just going to say, hey, we have Discord. Let's just voice chat over that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no. Airlight, what have you summoned?
What has he done?
We may or may not have a car that may or may not be a couch on wheels. So.
Oh, I'm all for this. No, I'm all for this, Airlight. I'm completely down for a couch vehicle. No, I want to see this.
Oh no. Oh,
Where is he? Where's my boy?
I
Where's
see
my
a
boy,
Crown
Airline?
Vic on the roll up the road, so now I'm real worried. We're by Mountain Avenue, if you know where that is. In the meantime, we'll continue heading down the road, so that way if he stumbles upon us, we'll be hit immediately and have a bad time, I guess.
So, just to answer some of the questions going on with regards to the NDA and streaming to your friends on Discord, that sort of thing, it's my understanding that we're not going to be able to stream to friends on Discord. It's exactly the same thing. Unfortunately, it's just no broadcasting, no recording, nothing like that, unless you're specifically a QI partner and you've drawn something up with the team.
Oh, it appears the development team may be fans of your work, as they're all popping off in chat.
Oh my god.
So, as it is, yes, the NDA does cover all streaming. It is a blanket block on streaming at this time. We might make exceptions for our partners, but beyond that, we need to give them hard. Oh god, we otherwise do like to keep a hard restriction on that, because this is a. Oh no, somebody has brought the Crown Vic out.
I see that. That is a very loud horn.
Yes, it is. Are you trying to get us killed? Oh no. But no.
Like that.
Let's run. So, basically, the way it works is we give special exemptions to our partners to show content off, but aside from that, it is a blanket prohibition on showing content from the closed alpha. And I will reiterate, just because I think it's worth mentioning again, this does extend to after the closed alpha. Content recorded during the closed alpha remains under NDA forever and for always.
Sure. And I know this was one that we had a lot during our Reddit thread, and also one that I've seen pop up a couple of times here. Questions about how will logging off work?
So for the time being, if you log off, you log off. We are going to be putting in a system to combat logging. The current time we're looking at is about a 15-minute timer, because we really do not want people, Oh, I think the server may have just gone down for one reason or another. It's being restarted for us right now, however.
No problem. That's all good. Things like that are going to happen.
But so basically, we really want to prevent combat logging, and it's really important to us that players are planning ahead and being ready to, deal with whatever comes. So finding a safe place to log out is part of that.
Sure, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and bump a couple of my settings down here and see if that makes much of a difference to any of the stutters. Obviously, I think a lot of it will just be down to the fact that it's closed alpha right now, guys, so do just bear that in mind. Stutters are going to be a thing. It happens. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Why don't they show PvP or actual gameplay? So with regards to PvP and stuff right now, obviously, if we were to do that sort of thing, it would all be scripted. But right now, nobody else is in the game. I think partners, I don't know whether we have partners have access yet, or whether that's being rolled out.
Partners do have access right now. There's not a server. I mean, once we're back in, if people want us to have a firefight, it'll be a very short, brutal affair, but it's totally doable.
Yeah, I mean, we can find a good location and do some shooting at each other. I'm down.
All right.
Absolutely down. And yeah, we can change the time of day and stuff as well. A little later down the line. Absolutely, I'm sure we can do that. Change the weather around a little bit.
All right. I'm being told our server is back up. Gonna try connecting right now. If you're having trouble connecting to it, you may need to restart the game. I'm trying that right now because it's kicking me still.
No problem. Yeah, mine's just kicked me out as well, so I'm guessing we'll have to do a restart here. Okay. In 2 seconds, guys. We'll just do a quick restart, and then we'll be back on it.
I mean, when we're back in, we can definitely change the time of day or set some weather going if we'd really like to. That's not an issue. No, it appears we are having an issue with the server again here.
It's okay.
1 second. Gonna troubleshoot this with our developers.
Oh, okay, so in the meantime, chat, I'll try and answer a couple of your questions here. One from Grayson, one of my good friends. Are we able to shoot out of vehicles?
If you're a passenger, absolutely.
Awesome. How does weapon suppressors work in the game, and do they wear out?
Weapon condition is not in for the closed alpha. It's something we want to do, though, and we want you to have to maintain your weapons. That's part and parcel with the suppressors having to also be maintained. Alongside that, yes, suppressors do work in the game. They suppress, they do not silence. And what's really important to keep in mind, I know people get the idea that suppressors are this magic thing that, do whatever it is that some YouTuber may have claimed. Suppressors do not make a gunshot quieter in as much as they disguise them and make them quieter. So a human being is actually going to be more effectively tricked by a suppressor than, somebody like an infected or an animal or something like that. They're going to hear a loud noise and freak out.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, what else have we got here? Can you show base rating or how to claim a house? Is base claiming in right now? Could we try that out?
Claiming is in, and we can absolutely experiment it if we'd like. However, it would take quite a while for us to actually get the materials together to do anything meaningful.
Yeah, that's true. In the meantime, I guess if you want to explain how that would work, what the process is that we need to go through in order to claim a building.
Just 1 second, yeah. So to claim a building, basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to go into the building, change up the locks, and cover over the windows on the ground floor so that way nobody can spy on you. Once you've done that, there'll be an electrical box that you just throw a switch on, and boom, it's your building. From there, you'll be able to build buildings or smaller structures associated with claimed buildings, fortifications, water collection equipment, that kind of stuff.
Awesome. I love the way that the claiming works as well, because you can't just run into a building during combat and just claim a building, right? It's not quick, it's not easy. You have to go through a certain process, which is going to stop you from doing that during PvP as a way to kind of escape people, which is one thing that a lot of people brought up to me. Okay. Safe zones and traders, are they in the game right now?
Why, yes, they are.
Ooh, okay.
We still have a lot going on with getting the safe zones fully set up for the closed alpha. This build is a tiny bit behind, so not everything for that's in. It's not really in a state where we'd want to show it right now. We'd like to. However, for the closed alpha, we are going to have some NPC stuff in, and we are going to have a nice little safe zone where players will be able to go without getting shot at. That'd be a great place for you to, say, log out of the game.
Awesome. Grouping up with other players, can you tell me a little bit how, can you tell me a little bit about how that will work? Is it going to be a clan system? Can we just group up on the fly? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, once we're back in the game, we can actually do a demonstration, but you can approach any player in the game and ask if they'd like to be in a group with you. So you can literally just meet a random and decide, hey, let's watch each other's back for a while.
That's a good idea. I like that a lot. So, I believe there's nameplates right now as well, which we can see in-game in a minute. But yeah, I believe that will be a thing.
If you're grouped up with somebody else, their nameplate becomes a little more visible for you, so that way you know where your buddies are.
Sure. Makes a lot of sense. Can you put items in furniture, and are there craftable containers? Now, I can answer that one. Craftable containers, yes. I know that one is a thing. Can we put items in furniture? I guess if we claim the building, sure, why not, right?
So right now, our furniture and container systems are discrete systems. We're going to be adding container support to movable furniture down the line.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. How's base rating going to work? I don't know if that would be implemented right now, but if you know anything about that.
In its most bare bones form, it's in right now, and it's basically, you can break into a fortified house by, bypassing any walls they may have put up, picking the locks or breaking down the door, and then going in and stealing what's inside. Beyond that,
what are we saying here? Let's have a look. Oh, so many questions, guys. Thank you so much for all of these. Some of these are really good too. How often will we need to eat and drink? I mean, I don't know if that's a question you can answer. Is it really? Wait and see.
The best way I can explain it is we are using an accelerated time scale for a normal day. And that time scale is being used currently to map roughly how often a human being would actually have to eat and drink. That's a balance thing at the end of the day, so we have room for tweaks to make things feel the way we want. Good news, the server is back up and functioning.
Okay, let's give that a try. I see people asking about server providers as well. I'm going to be real cheeky here and do a little bit of a self-plug, but I put up a YouTube video here today about 4 p.m. on servers. Everything you need to know about servers, the closed alpha, how to claim your key, that sort of stuff is all in my latest video on YouTube. And Nitrato is their partner right now, but we are not forced into picking Nitrato.
Get an animal and, you know, retrieve resources from them afterwards.
Sure. Okay, thank you very much. I have questions as well about Calgary, like the city of Calgary. Is that going to be in the game, or a city like Calgary?
Calgary is one of our later goals for one of our world spaces, so that will be in later. Right now, we're mostly focused on what we're calling the Southern Alberta map, so right now, the area around Canmore, Alberta. Our map currently for the closed alpha reflects 3 small settlements. That's going to be the town of Canmore proper, Dead Man's Flats, as well as Morley, the small farming town we quickly took a little visit to.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. Yes, I mean, you could do that, actually, Strez. Yes, yeah. I mean, you could move furniture from house to house. There's no reason why you can't. Yeah.
I fully
I don't know if
intend
it'd
to
be
steal a bunch
easy.
of TVs and pack them into a garage just for laughs.
I don't know if it'll be easy to do so, because they slow you down quite a bit. I mean, they're heavy items to carry. You might need somebody to watch your back, but...
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to take some doing, but you can do it. The option is there for you.
Yeah, we can't climb up this just yet. It's fine,
all right.
though.
You're back in?
Yep, I am available.
I'm going to bring you over to where I am.
Female characters, I believe, are planned for the future. They're not in right now.
Very near future, yeah. Dogtooth, our character artist, is working on our female character right now.
Awesome. There you go. Jaeger's Camp. That did look a little bit like Jaeger's Camp. You're right. From Tarkov.
Alrighty, so here we are. And we're pretty close to Canmore right now. This is a very dense area, so you will likely see some performance hit. And we're going to be working on improving that, but... even then, I forgot God mode. Oh dear.
So did I. I'm a little bit worried about myself now. Thank you for being my canary there.
Hey, no worries. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. Just one sec.
Yep, not a problem.
Alrighty, here we are.
So that's how deadly a zombie is, chat, if you're not careful.
Yeah, they will ruin your day. No question. I'm going to reload my gun.
One feature I am going to show off here is that you don't need to find a flashlight. You can just press L, chat, and it'll work. Oh, my aim's terrible on hipfire.
Yeah, like you're really gonna want to aim down sights to fight effectively.
Yeah, I feel like shooting here was probably very much the wrong choice.
Yeah, so our zombie spawn density is actually dictated by where you are in the world. So now that we're closer to Canmore, you're going to start seeing much larger hordes coming for you if you start making noise.
Gotcha. We can always find a different...
want to relocate so that we're not getting totally mobbed.
Yep, we can find a different angle.
They are going to be attracted to where you shot, not you specifically. So if we run now, we can make a little bit of room and keep ourselves from getting mobbed.
Yep.
Oh no. Yeah, I think it's time to run.
I like how we've gone from police officer to possible strippogram over here as well, with your no shirt life going on.
I was going to grab myself something, but somebody has intervened to prevent that, I'm afraid. Alrighty. Now we're moving ever closer towards Canmore. The highway's just up here, and again, a little more carnage out there because people were trying to evacuate, and that did not go as well as, you know, they might have liked it to.
Yeah, so again, guys, just a bit of a reiteration about some of the animations is that most of the animation focus right now has gone into first-person animations, and third-person ones are mostly in the works at the moment. There's going to be a few of those which you see that don't look quite right.
We will be revamping our animations down the line for a third person. So during the closed alpha, you should see that improve. While we're having... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Is this the latest version that we're playing right now?
No, we do have other changes that are down the pipeline. However, that's not on Steam currently.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so how's your performance looking?
My performance right now is, I think we're sitting at around 50 frames. And again, bear in mind that I am on a 1060, running mostly high and medium settings right now.
That's good to hear. We're currently the part of the game world.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome to Canmore. This will be the main town for the closed alpha. Now, this area is going to have the greatest loot density, huge variety in the kind of places you can loot, but also the greatest threat to your life if you start making noise. So you're going to have to be real careful about what you're doing while you're here.
Awesome. Okay, so one of the things I do want to point out as well, guys, is that I am getting, obviously, FPS drops at times. It could just be down to the closed alpha loading in items and stuff like that in the world that's obviously causing the performance to dip. It could also be my hardware. Maybe when some of the, I guess, the partners with larger backings and stuff like that get out there and they have better equipment, you guys are going to get an understanding of that. Obviously, there is going to be stuff coming up, hopefully, and we will see. We'll see how that performs.
Did I lose you?
I think you might have. I'm by like a big roundabout right now.
The roundabout.
But in case you guys don't see it, the FPS is in the top right on the screen right now. Can I show nighttime? We could probably change the time of day to something different, right?
Absolutely.
A little bit darker.
1 second. I think this will do it. 1 second. This might take some iteration.
Sure, no problem. One of the things I'm getting asked about as well is maps and map items. Are those a possibility, or are they in right now?
No, maps will be in early on in the closed alpha. We do have the system implemented for it. It's mostly getting the art and all the mechanical stuff built for it now.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we've answered a question already about sleepers and stuff like that. So if any of these, and I'm not answering any of these guys, just you may just have to go back and watch the VOD later. Ooh.
Oh, here we are. Welcome to the evening.
Okay, so this is like evening time.
Yes, it is. Okay, you're out at the roundabout still, right?
I'm kind of on the road here. I think I see you.
You'll notice, even now that the sun's setting, things have gotten very dark.
Yeah. And one of the things I really do like as well is you don't have to find a flashlight item. I was saying this earlier. You can just press L. I've got like a shoulder-mounted flashlight here.
Yeah, that's actually a developer flashlight that will not be in for the closed alpha. That's mostly for testing purposes right now.
Okay, that's my bad. Okay.
No. Totally good. If it's there, it's there, right? We can try hitting up this gas station here. Might find something useful in it.
Sure. Let's do it. Will they be flying later on, like a homemade heli? I believe planes and helicopters are planned for later down the line in development. That's like quite a way off, but later on, right?
Yeah, so that's going to be something later on. I've heard early access floated as when we might end up doing that, but I can't confirm right now, I'm afraid. That's just kind of far off for us.
Yeah, so it's gonna come. Chat. It's just obviously stuff like that is gonna take a lot of time. Are zombies able to spot flashlights?
Currently, no. That's something we'll definitely be looking at, though, I think.
Okay.
Of course, we have...
Oh, I remember this. Stefan's car. Is that a bit of a homage to Stefan, the developer?
Well, I suspect it might be.
I love Stefan. It's my boy. All right.
We also have up here Winslow's Burgers.
Oh, no way. Wait. Where are you? Let me see this.
It's a little dark for you to see it right now, but this is the place.
Home of the Burger Friends. Oh, Winslow. I love it. Okay, so those of you that know Winslow, I assume, will be ones that spend a lot of time in Discord. If you spend a lot of time in the DeadMatter Discord, you'll probably know who Winslow is.
Let's see. This place
ambient sounds too. Oh, I love that the flashlight, the traffic lights are going off too.
Yes. Something I'll actually show you here real quickly. Where are you?
I'm actually in the traffic lights right now. Like I'm on the
There
road.
you go. So to give you an idea of how dark things can get, we do have eye adaptation. We're going to be tweaking it, but I guess to give a rough idea of where things will be for the closed alpha, head inside that cabin. It's empty inside. There's nothing important in there, but the lighting will change a little bit.
Oh, wow! It is way dark in here.
Yeah, so things get very dark inside. So lighting is going to be key to surviving.
Wow. Okay, can I turn the light on?
I'm not sure if that one's set up with it, but if it is, it is.
Okay, so the light is on, but it's not set up, I don't think, so...
Yeah, so that will be fixed for the closed alpha.
Okay.
But it's absolutely a known issue.
Awesome. I love that, though. I'm getting questions about night vision. Can we expect to see any night vision?
That's something we're very strongly considering doing, with the caveat that we would be modeling Generation 1 night vision units with all of the limitations that brings with it.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, here we also have our commercial locations. This here is the old Poutine Supreme.
Poutine Supreme. I love it. Okay.
This place has absolutely seen better days, but it is here.
Yeah, I can see that. But the biohazard trash bags we've got on the ground in the back here.
And if we continue around, there's other stores. We can head into them and take a look around.
Okay.
We have Animal Kingdom. Oh. Sorry about that.
No, you're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
But yet we have our strip malls. These are set up with stores inside of them. And some of them have fared better than others. This here, I'll throw in my debug light with the caveat that this will not be in the game.
Okay.
But this here once was Crystal's Fireworks.
Wait, which one are you in right now?
I'm actually outside. I'm a little further down past the fire truck.
Past the fire truck, okay. Oh, nice. Wow. Okay, so this one's all been, like, burnt out and stuff, huh?
It has. You have Bagel-town, home of the bagel.
I love it.
We even have a gym up here.
So again, guys, if you're seeing, obviously, performance drops are going to be a thing around here. This is one of the most densely populated areas in the map right now. Obviously, it's also closed alpha, and I am not running the best PC in the world, so please just bear in mind that that is going to be a thing.
Again, we take performance very seriously. It's something that we're going to be putting a lot of work into, because, you know, in places we are approaching a place where we're happy with it, but until everything is rock solid, we're going to be making a lot of changes to get things running nicely.
Okay, let's go ahead and can we turn it back to daytime a little bit so I can track you a little bit easier here? Plus, I kind of want to show chat these buildings.
There we are.
Ah, okay, wonderful. Okay.
Now
I know of these ones.
I know these buildings look a little unique, but these are real buildings actually present in Canmore.
Yeah, these ones look really nice. Gotta say, very unique, definitely.
Yes, we thought that they were distinctive enough. They should definitely make it into our sort of condensed but still close approximation of the town. And of course, up here we have the Kiwi Plaza.
So I've got questions about basing in vehicles as well. I guess that would be more of like a nomadic lifestyle. There are options for that, right?
At close.
So I've got questions about basing in vehicles as well. I guess that would be more of like a nomadic lifestyle. There are options for that, right?
At closed alpha launch, it won't be in, but we do absolutely intend to be adding it so you can use campers to set up a home on the road.
Awesome. And I mean, then you've got like tents as well. Like we've seen tent items already, and campfires and stuff like that. Like all that sort of thing is there, and either now or later. So
for sure, we really plan on doing a camping system so that way players can really settle down and do what they will.
Sure.
So in here we actually have a flower shop.
Every time my stutters go, I to be honest, once my stutters start, just stopping for a few seconds seems to fix it. So I think it's just stuff loading in as I move.
It certainly could be.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, we're really aiming for a lot of environmental variety in the world, and to that end, we got flower shops, bookshops right next door, actually.
I have to say the like the level designers that have gone into all that have gone to all this effort.
Set up with stores inside of them, and some of them have fared better than others. This year, I'll throw in my debug light with a caveat that this will not be
The every time my stutters go, to be honest, once my stutters start, just stopping for a few seconds seems to fix it. So I think it's just stuff loading in as I move.
It certainly could be.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, we're really aiming for a lot of environmental variety in the world, and to that end, we got flower shops, bookshops right next door, actually.
I have to say like the level designers that have gone into all that have gone to all this effort, like kudos to them, because this is like really unique. I don't think I've seen this in any other survival games out there.
Absolutely. Dusty, for instance, did this entire little strip mall here, and the work he did on it is absolutely marvelous.
Awesome.
We keep on keeping on down the main drag here in Canmore. I mean, we can just jaunt across the street and run into a house if we want. I suspect some players will be setting up claims along here with the easy road access.
Makes sense, yeah. We got some tents on the roof there too. People camping out.
Oh, we're being stalked.
I see a developer.
Now the tents on the roof here. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, one thing we forgot to do. Do we want to try and do the party up system?
Oh, of course.
Like the grouping.
So if you approach me, you should be able to interact.
Okay. Invite to group.
And I've gotten a little pop-up for that. So now I can accept your group invite. And there we are. We're grouped up. So now if I back further away...
I actually don't see your name tag until you get close to me.
Still, like, we don't want you to see your friend from 50 miles away. That'd be a little weird. But it is a little more exaggerated. So you were mentioning that there were some tents on a rooftop. Which rooftop were you seeing them on?
This one here, I think.
Let's see. The ladders should be functional. Yep. We can head on out.
Oh, hi. Oh, no, he's gone. The developers are very much skittish creatures, chat. They're like deer. Oh, hey, I got some leather gloves. Nice.
Nice find.
I love the way I actually don't see your name tag until you get some of the gloves look as well. Really nice modeling.
Yeah, Shiny has really gone all out on the gloves. We have a lot of variety, and they all look absolutely wonderful.
I love this. This is so cool. And I could totally see myself like making a base out of this too. Like picking one of these buildings and using the rooftop, just kind of like sitting up here.
For sure, and we are setting up all the claims, so you can build on the roof of buildings if you want.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I like that. And listen, I'm totally gonna bring up a sofa up here and a TV and everything. Like that's gonna be me. I'm camping up on the rooftops.
Absolutely love it. It appears that one of our developers is invisible because a magic floating baseball bat just approached me.
Okay, that is a bit finicky coming down.
Yeah, our ladder systems are seeing some tweaks. We've had some recent issues with them we're trying to resolve.
Okay.
If you'd like to meet me out front of the building, I can show you something a little tiny that players can expect to find, because we don't want to totally spook them too badly.
Sure. Okay. What am I looking for?
Alrighty. Why don't you take a little walk past that ambulance there?
This one?
Yep.
Oh! That's super cool.
So we do have ambient dynamic zombies like that. That'll be there just to keep you on your toes. Mind you, he's also guarding some loot for you.
Oh. Let's see what he's got. So I got a bandage here. And antibiotic ointment.
Well, there you go. Medical supplies.
Okay, listen, buddy, I'm gonna need you to... Okay, so we can't kill them just yet? these ones, I guess. But
he's a little determined, I guess. Okay. Oh, good lord, we're being chased again by the Cone Goblin. All right. Why don't we go check this garage over here out? And if you want, I'll field another question from your list.
sure. Okay, let me pull my list up again here. 2 seconds. I love that though. That's really cool to have like little dynamic events like that just to spice things up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions from Izanagi no Okami Pick from Reddit, who says, out of curiosity, what is the strongest weapon in the game?
Now, that's hard to quantify because, I could take the, after school special route and say your brain, and that wouldn't totally be wrong. Thinking through and being careful in this game is going to save you much more than any gun or, katana ever would.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the same time, we're here for the guns, and for our top tier weapons, a lot of them are going to be, powerful, fully automatic firearms, which are incredibly uncommon, but will give you a massive leg up in some situations, provided you use them smartly.
Sure, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And the next question he has was, will there be a suicide mechanic?
We have plans to do something with that down the line.
Ooh, okay. I like that a lot. Interesting scenarios I'm already imagining. Okay. So just a couple of ones about backer packages and stuff like that. I've had a couple of these thrown around, but JJ Slayer VR on Reddit said, will I be able to buy upgrades like the armored hazmat pack after the closed alpha launches?
So the closed alpha packs will be available after the closed alpha goes live. In fact, all of the closed alpha packs that are of not a limited quantity will be available up until the end of the closed alpha. If you want to take some time, see some feedback from people, and then come into the closed alpha, that's totally understandable. And that's totally something you can do. If you want to buy the closed alpha last day of the closed alpha, you're more than welcome to.
And the armored hazmat pack specifically, like the armored hazmat.
I believe it's a limited pack, so there's a limited number, but as long as we have them, you can buy it. Yes.
Okay, cool. With regards to player jerseys as well, because they're from the jersey pack, will those be in the closed alpha? And if not, will we be notified when those are going to be implemented?
So once we are in a place where that is sort of part of our development focus, yes, we will contact people about them. That's a dead person, so a pile of stuff, I guess. So basically the way it's going to work is you're going to be emailing people about the pet pictures and jerseys as they become focuses for us, and then we will begin implementing them. People will know when we start working. I guarantee.
Well, I am gonna grab this guy's school bag. Thank you very much for that, whoever that was.
Backpacks are among some of the most useful items in this game.
Kind of give me like Project Zomboid feels in that respect, because like backpacks I remember tended to be pretty rare in that game, but they were also very, very useful.
Absolutely.
Okay, what other kind of questions do we got here? Will there be this one was from Witchhugger from Reddit. Will there be localized weather to specific areas of the map, or is it map-wide weather?
At the moment, the weather is map-wide. Given the size of the map we're currently using, it doesn't make much sense for you to see a lot of weather variants.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. And will weather and seasons affect zombies and AI survivors? And that one's from Olhi on Reddit.
So at the launch of the closed alpha, we will not be doing the full season system we intend to do. However, later on, we totally do have plans for a weather system that will impact zombie behavior.
Awesome. Okay.
I like this speaker. I'm taking it with me.
I love that you can do that, though. Like, just carry certain things. It can be like, hey, give me this TV. And that's it. See, this is what I mean. It's very slow. Like, I couldn't do this if I didn't have somebody watching my back, I don't think. It definitely would benefit me to have a friend here. I mean, I could. It would be a very long process, probably, to move it from one place to the next, but...
Yeah, like, if you're going to do something that's silly, we're going to totally let you do it. It's just going to be somewhat of a high-risk proposition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what we got.
Credit card.
Yep, that is some grade A plastic you got there.
I love the level of depth with looting, and I think one of the things about this as well is that when we're looting things like this, it's going to take us a little bit of time. If we're going to want to loot like an entire set of buildings, it's going to take us a while. And, you know, the longer we're around in a single area, the more chance there is that we're going to bump into people.
Man, I need to find a shirt.
Oh, you should have grabbed that one off the dead body. There was a hoodie on that guy's body.
I'll just search the closets here. I'm sure I'll find something. Oh, I got glasses. I'm set now.
Well, now you definitely don't look like a strippogram.
No, never mind. I upgraded to maximum strippogram, I'm afraid. Where are you at right now? The basement?
I am in the basement right now.
There we go.
Wow, you look fabulous.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so I had another one from Horsemen of War on Reddit who asked, I would like to know if you have any plans for in-game events that require multiple players to team up.
Well, at this time, we are going to have some quest stuff. It's a little to be decided how big we might go with that with player involvement and the way the instancing in it might be handled. But it's something we're absolutely going to be examining.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and ask a bit of a cheeky question here. We mentioned that there were safe zones. Would you mind if we go take a look at one?
Given its current state, let's see here.
It's absolutely fine if not.
I'm not sure where it is in this build because we had work on the go with it, and I just don't want it to crash either of us.
No, that's absolutely fine. I'm sure there'll be more stuff coming in the future, guys, as well for a lot of stuff like this. So don't worry too much if you don't see anything in this video. It's VOD, rather. There will be probably more stuff on the way. Okay. What else do we have here? Let me have a look through my list of questions here. Okay, so this one's from Straight Bum, who is also from Reddit. How much content will be in the first build of the alpha release? And I know that's a bit of a loaded question, but if you can try.
5 whole contents.
5 contents. 5 whole contents, chat.
We're showing right now that, you know, we've got a lot in the world for you to explore and to loot. While we aren't showing it right now merely because it would take us forever to actually do anything worthwhile with it, the claim system is in. You know, you can fight, you can explore. There's a lot to be found in the world that we haven't even started to touch on. So I think you'll find there's a fair bit of content in there. Mind you, the closed alpha isn't just going to sit in this state forever until the early access launch. We're going to continue to update and to iterate as the closed alpha continues. So you will see more content as time goes by.
Awesome. So I've got some people asking me to smash windows right now. Just a heads up, chat, as well. Just remember that some of these windows are not ready to go just yet. Others will be. The firing range ones works perfectly, for example.
Oh no, he's firing his gun now.
Yeah, I just want to show all the newcomers to chat. This is what happens when we fire a weapon, guys, in DeadMatter. This is how it goes.
You know what? Let's show you maybe something a little more endgame weapons-wise.
Sure thing.
All right. So this here is the AK-74.
Okay, go for it.
Guys, off you first. Now this here, going full rock and roll with it, is a very good way to end up in a bad situation.
Yeah, I can imagine.
These guys still do take a couple of hits to drop. Oh, so you see this guy here? I pegged him in the leg and now he's crawling at us.
Oh yeah, I see that. He's having a little bit of a texture glitch, but...
Yeah. Oh, here comes another crawler. And if you want to try out any weapon like this, you're more than welcome to give it a shot now too.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go ahead and try... Okay, I'm gonna do item... What do we reckon, chat? What gun do you want to see? What do we reckon? Let's have some opinions. What do you want to see?
I'll keep these guys off, yeah.
Try the HK, P90, 416, M14, M4. Okay. Let's go with I could do like list items HK. Would that work?
It should, I believe. If not that, 419 should list it for you.
Okay, let's try give item weapon underscore HK 416. And add an inventory spawning. Okay, so that's going to spawn it in the area for me.
Yep.
And I believe I'm also going to need a sight. Oh no, we've got irons on this. Okay. That'll do. I see another wild dev.
Oh dear. We're being stalked again.
They're like deer. Alright,
looks like we got some zombies coming in right now. Those are all yours. Good kills.
Alright, let me go ahead and whack this thing on full auto.
That's worth keeping in mind. This is going to draw a whole tension outlet.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that's a deer.
Oh, that is a deer. Oh, nice. Wow. Good shot.
I suspect our developers are having a laugh at wildlife.
There goes the developer chat. Right over there, you see that? A wild developer in its natural habitat.
But, so you can come here with this deer that we've killed, and if you have a knife suitable for skinning animals, you could actually skin this right now.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I see that. Skin torso requires knife.
Yeah, Gunslinger put a lot of work into our animal system, and we're going to be doing more with it as the closed alpha goes on and more systems come online. But
awesome.
As it is right now, we know we have bits and pieces already ready to go.
I'm gonna
get some more water.
Go for it. No problem at all. Oh, man, chat, I'm enjoying this. So again, just to kind of stress, guys, obviously you're going to be seeing frame drops and stuff like that. It is going to happen. My rig is not the best rig out there. You can see my specs below the stream. We're also in the most densely populated area of the map right now. And of course, we're on closed alpha, so just bear that in mind. I'm not going to lower my settings because I'm not going to mess around with that right now. I could be at that forever as soon as I start messing around with settings. But obviously, when you guys get in, you'll be able to tweak that around yourselves. And I'm sure that there will be plenty of stuff going out to optimize your settings in the future. Oh, they move so quick too. Those, wow.
Yeah, I mean, deer are very fast creatures. They're nimble, and we don't want you just chasing one down with, like, you know, a melee weapon and just bludgeoning it to death. That'd be a little weird.
I can lean left and right, yes. I'm getting asked to give myself a knife to skin this thing.
By all means.
Okay, so list items.
I think pocket knife, if you search that, it should get you what you're looking for.
Give item weapon underscore pocket knife. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and give this a try, chat. Is this, oh, this isn't a weapon. This, oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Skin. Oh, it has durability too.
Yep.
Oh,
I see a pig.
Okay, so I've skinned myself a deer. I now have a deer hide, which I can use for crafting in various ways. And I can butcher it too. Harvesting quality 0 with this pocket knife. Not the best for butchering, chat. Okay. So, oh wow. Okay, so this is definitely one of the best ways to get ourselves some food. That's for sure.
Yes. So hunting is going to become increasingly more key for players as time goes by. You're not going to be able to rely on, you know, just stockpiling Pop-Tarts from the local convenience store forever.
Nice. Okay, cool. I like that. And I'm guessing, I don't know if this is implemented, but just off the top of my head, will meat go off after a certain amount of time or anything like that?
We are going to be doing a decay system for pretty much every major item in the game. And that could be with weapons, you know, breaking down and needing maintenance, or that could be that, you know, your meat's gone bad.
Okay, awesome. All right, let's, that's Oh, man, I love that. That's so cool. I can't wait to like get in and try those things, like just survival mechanics and what I play games like this for. Absolutely. Like, I'm definitely going to be that guy that goes out and lives in the woods. Like,
That's a pig.
that is a pig. He's a little slower. He's a little slower than... Oh, hi, dear. Hi.
You know, just hunting with fully automatic rifles like you do.
All right. I guess the guys want to see some kind of player versus player. Do you think we have a few devs around that would be willing to get into a firefight with us if we maybe relocate to somewhere else?
Sure. I think I have a place we can head out to. Just 1 second, we'll get it set up.
In the meantime, I will go ahead and answer a couple more questions. Okay, let's grab some of our ones from Reddit. I had one from Accurate Point 5321 who said, "Will you be able to create player clans and factions?"
Well, as you've seen, we do have the player grouping system, so you can group up with any players you find in the world. Now, we don't have any in-game support for clans, but clans are more than welcome to form, and when players are grouped up, they're able to work together on buildings they've claimed and such things.
Hi, John. Nice to meet you, John. Bye, John. John meme, everybody. Oh, come on. Are we really doing this? Really? Were those Crocs? Were those Crocs? Come on.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have Crocs in DeadMatter.
Oh, gee.
No, heavens no.
John, full of the memes. All right, let's give the map a chance to load in here.
So wonderful. Right now, we're up around the trails around Grotto Mountain. There's a lot of trails up around Canmore, and this here is up in the mountains. There's places up here such as cabins. This area is actually home to a National Historic Site, which is a cave network, which can be explored if you find your way in there. And alongside that, there's lots of various roadside attractions, and we're going to be up-detailing the area more in the forest, so there's more to see to do out there.
Mm-hmm.
It also appears there's a Crown Vic up here.
I love just, like, the ambient noises are really nice in this game. Like, I can't really bump them up right now, chat, but, like, I can hear birds tweeting, I can hear the wind whistling through the trees. It's just a nice atmosphere, especially being out in the woods like this.
So if you want to follow me over here, just to give you a little bit of an overlook of our world, keeping in mind there are some issues graphically that we are addressing right now.
Oh, you're over there by the river's edge. Gotcha.
This is actually the lakefront.
Does the dev have FPS drops? That's actually a good question. Are you seeing the same FPS stutters that I'm seeing
right now? I am seeing some. I'm not seeing as marked an effect, but that's down to the system I'm running on. I'm currently running on a Ryzen 9 at 2060, so, you know.
Here you go, chat. Here you go. Nice.
And, yep, so that's all closed alpha area around there.
Ow. I can see a few little texture bugs going on.
Yeah, for sure. Those are all going to be looked at, but, you know, closed alpha, all that.
I believe I found a shadow. Probably a dev in observer mode. I see.
Oh, dear.
Sneaky.
Oh, it appears to be raining now, so now would be a good time to talk about the fact that rain actually happens.
It does, yeah, I can see that. That's really cool, actually. Let me go ahead and inspect that. Wow, look at that. That is sweet.
Now, I guess for a quick demo, the reason we can't do a lot with PvP, why don't you take a second and just dump some rounds at me here?
Sure, let's do it.
Let me turn off God mode first. Alrighty, you're good to go.
Alright. Alright, here comes the Magnum.
Oh, God.
I dealt with him pretty quick, chat. HK416. It's high fire rate. I will say that there is a nice kick to it. Like, I'm obviously pulling down when I fire, chat, but if I don't pull down, there is recoil. So I have to control that while I'm firing.
All right, let's see. What
obviously I can change my fire rate too to make that a little bit easier to control. Oh, I've attracted zombies and the dunce wearing dev.
Alrighty, let's get some ammo in this thing.
Yeah,
so,
it's sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna be hard for us to do a whole lot with PvP. Oh god, so the devs are lining up here. What are we gonna be getting into a firefight here, guys?
Not sure. They look like pretty shady individuals to me. I'm not liking the look of that one with the dunce cap on.
No, they're fading back into the brush.
They probably got God mode on. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he is a dead man. Oh, he's running. I think he was. No,
he's definitely got God mode on.
But as you can see, like PvP is rather deadly, but with the caveat of now being swarmed.
So again, when we fire weapons, chat, we have to think about it, because as soon as we fire, this happens. You see all these zombies come out of the trees towards us.
The hills are certainly alive with the sound of gunfire, and unfortunately that has knock-on effects for us.
Yeah, I genuinely think I'm getting a lot of comments in chat about the gunplay. I genuinely think the guns, the animations, the way they feel, are nice and weighted. It's one of the best things about the game so far, in my opinion.
No, absolutely. The gunplay feels marvelous, and you know, I say that I'm working on the game, but I do really mean that. Like, the gunplay feels really solid, and it contributes a lot to making combat feel really nice.
Oh, I love this. I could do this all day. I could literally just stand here and shoot zombies all day.
Alright, how about another question?
Sure, let's go ahead and do it. What else have we got here? Chat, why don't you fire some questions at us? What do you think? What's available to fortify a base? Code locks, lockpicks. So we have go on, MrAtomicDuck. I'll let you go for that one with base fortification right now.
So as it is, base fortification at the launch of close elf is going to be very limited. We're going to allow you to lock up your doors and build some limited fortification. Okay, what the hell was that?
I think that was a car going off.
Well done. So yeah, there'll be some limited fortification. However, our plans are ultimately that you're going to be able to do things like, you know, bar your windows up heavily and build traps and the like to keep your base safe, not just from other players, but also the infected who will try to get at you if you start getting a little too rowdy and noisy.
Okay. Awesome. Alright, let's, I think, is that about everything for today? If so, we can I guess we can kind of find a nice quiet spot and we can answer some more questions.
For sure. You know what? Honestly, here's probably fine if we just run a bit down the beach.
Yeah, let's get ourselves a nice quiet spot. Auto run feature. Is that something you're considering?
You know, I don't think it's been brought up, but I'll certainly mention it because I can see it being rather handy.
Yeah. I think, I guess it also depends on the map in general, guys. Like, you've seen the towns. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to explore, unlike certain other zombie survival games that shall not be named, where I believe is a thing.
It is.
That's the lungs down here. That is our stamina. We have
that play if you're really going at it with a melee weapon over time.
Let me do that now.
You might need to turn God mode off.
Oh, okay. So you can see that my hydration has instantly gone down once I turn God mode off. So I'm starting to lose hydration again. I don't think I can actually swing my melee weapon right now. That might be because my hydration is so low. I'm not sure.
It's
I just
there may be a bug there, and if it is, we'll look into that. But yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we do have obviously we do have your status effects down here at the bottom of the screen. You've actually got an advanced medical diagram here as well, which I feel like is a really cool part of the game. Obviously, if you are coming from games like Escape from Tarkov, you might recognize things like this. So we'll be able to, you know, look at various parts of our body and identify what's wrong with it. In fact, do you want to? Do you know if you shoot me in the leg or something like that, or will that show up?
Assuming this doesn't kill you, it should. Let's find
well, I
out.
guess we'll find out. Just shoot me in the leg with a 9mm or something. I believe in you. You have my permission.
1 second, I just want to double check. Alrighty, let's get that on a hotbar location.
Will there be an NPC follower system like Skyrim considered, especially for single player? I think I know the answer to that one, but go ahead.
We don't have any plans for that right now, no.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just shoot you in the leg, I guess.
Do it. Okay. So let's check my medical tab, and instantly we can see that my hit points 67 out of 100 here on my right leg, 69. So it's regenerating.
Yes, and that's tied to the amount of blood you have in your body. So getting transfusions to keep your health up will become important if you take a lot of injuries.
Right, right. And I think some of the displays are maybe bugged at the moment, but yeah, that's really cool actually that it heals over time after being shot. We are going to see other medical effects, like we're going to have bleeding, we're going to have fractures, things like that, right?
Absolutely. I don't believe that's all perfectly set up for the closed alpha right now, but we're going to be iterating on and improving our medical system as time goes by.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. So just to answer your questions about bleeding there and stuff like that. How important is managing your food stats and whatnot? So this is a good one because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking scum when they're asking questions like that.
We don't want to go to the extent of scum with it. We want to balance it so that it's something you have to plan for and be cognizant of, but you're not, you know, spending your days counting how many grams of protein you've taken in to ensure that you are meeting all the needs for your balanced diet.
Fantastic. Oh, okay. What else have we got? How can you know your blood type?
Part of that will be perk-based.
Yeah,
beyond
so
that,
we have
it may be a randomized character trait otherwise.
Yeah, so we have a question mark here. I would imagine that there will be an item for us to use to identify our blood type, maybe? Like a blood test kit?
Blood testing kit. You can actually find it in some of our medical containers already.
Awesome.
It's out there in the world.
Fantastic. What else have we got? The tool belt system. I can tell you a little bit about that one. We've kind of touched on that already today. Let me just turn God mode off so I don't die. So this is our tool belt down here. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong here, anything we put in this tool belt on a normal server, we will keep through death. We will...
Correct.
Yeah.
So basically the idea is when you die, everything else on your body will remain on your corpse. So you can go back and retrieve it down the line. We're going to add a system so your corpse can end up being infected and zombified, so you can actually have to go kill yourself to get your gear back. Otherwise, though, the only things you're going to get to keep are what's on your tool belt.
Awesome. Okay, thank you very much. Do you have a flashlight by default when you spawn? Okay, so this one we answered as well a while ago. I can use the flashlight because I'm on a dev server, but I think there'll be an item. Correct?
Yeah, there actually is a flashlight item right now you can use.
Oh, can I spawn that?
You should be able to.
Let's give it a try. List items, flashlight, and see what... Okay, so... give item... Item underscore tool, belt, underscore flashlight. And we have a flashlight right here. I'm not sure what the button is for me to grab that.
So
But,
the keybind for your
it's there.
flashlight is going to be 1 second. I don't even recall.
I mean, L is the light that I'm getting out of the dev mode, but I'm wondering if, you know...
I believe it's H off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. That seems to be weapon ready. So H,
yes.
I can bring my weapon down and leave it down if I want to. I can have it up.
1 second. I will give myself one here because my big issue is I don't remember this stuff until I do it.
In the meantime, let me...
Yeah, it's the J key.
To the J key, okay. Give me 2 seconds. Give item, or give weapon. Weapon underscore MP7. This is one of my favorites, actually.
That's a really neat submachine gun.
And we'll go ahead and give ourselves some ammo. One of my favorites, definitely. I'm reluctant to fire it just to draw attention.
Actually, you can see down there on the beach. I don't know if your log allows for it, but there is a ton of infected actually milling around where we were fighting them earlier.
Yeah, I see that. So this is the flashlight. Okay. I am gonna.
Carrying a handgun, you actually will one-hand your handgun while holding a flashlight.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that implemented right now?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, that's so neat.
Now the animation might be a little jank, I'm not sure, and it might be better for them to see it in the first person if you'd like to show it off to people.
Wow, that is nice. I like that. I have no ammo right now, chat, but that is a nice feature. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna fire this MP7, and then I guess we'll move along a little bit and answer a couple more questions.
Alrighty.
Oh,
here they come.
yeah, I think I've got I think I've identified a bit of a bug here with the fire rate. So it shows as like auto, but it's actually semi-auto.
Yeah, that is a known issue, but yeah, that is definitely a bug that we are going to be fixing.
Okay. Moving on and move down a little bit. Can you get silencers and how effective are they? Yes, I believe I can.
There are
give me 1
suppressors.
second.
I know there's a 1911 tactical variant that already has an improvised suppressor. We also have weapons like the AS Val with an integral suppressor. And
Yes.
they're not perfect suppressors because they're suppressors and they still make a fair bit of noise. The comparison you often see for people who aren't super familiar with them is imagine somebody slamming a car door as hard as they possibly could. That is what it sounds like to hear even a largish pistol caliber suppressor fired.
Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if I can spawn in a VSS in that. So we'll do list items, VSS. That looks like... Would it be Val? Under AS Val? Okay, here we go. So give weapon underscore Val. Fantastic. Go ahead and throw that on. I'm gonna give ammo. So this is, I should mention as well, while we're here, this is Clean's backer weapon. If you don't know Clean, he was recently doing a firing range stream for DeadMatter, and he's done a lot for the game. Definitely worth checking him out.
So you notice it is a fair deal quieter than your other weapons. At the same time, it's not perfectly silenced. Oh look, we have been given a gift.
Gimme. Oh, I don't know if I have enough inventory space. Hang on. Okay, so this is actually one of the things that I think maybe could be changed slightly, but with regards to like modding weapons and stuff like that, I believe you can't do it while they're on your person. You have to move them into your bag.
Yeah, so we actually have a really big backpack here on this corpse if you'd like to use it to modify your weapon.
Fantastic. Thank you. But like, yeah, I think that's maybe something that I would personally like to see change.
It's
just
currently,
to make...
like, it's nowhere near where we want it finished right now, but we just really wanted to get weapon modding in a fairly functional state for everyone.
Makes sense.
There we go.
Let's try... Fantastic. Okay. Oh, I love how clear that is. That's so nice.
Yeah, the scopes right now are just really, really fun to use.
So you can see that the bullet is dropping, chat, as well, I should mention.
Yeah, bullet drop requires a little bit of range to show, so our firing range isn't the best place to show it, but it's absolutely a thing right now. You also notice we're not drawing quite as much attention right now, even though we're shooting, but again, the suppressors are not perfect. They still make noise.
You can see that. It's definitely drawing less zombies, though.
For sure. And, it'll help. Condition's going to be a problem with time once that's in the game, but for the time being, it will make a huge difference in how you play when you're able to get away with a few more shots before having to relocate.
Okay, what else have we got here? Are zombies spawning when you fire? Yes, they are being drawn to the sounds. They are not being drawn to our location as we move. They are being drawn to where we made the sound in the first place, which is super cool. Alrighty. Okay. I think we'll go ahead and take a couple more questions from the Reddit. And was that everything you had planned for us for today?
Yeah. I mean, really, I just wanted us to walk around the world in kind of a semi-unscripted way and just do things, and I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've really enjoyed it. Okay. So, let's have a look at these. Coffer Bear, will you be able to heal a teammate with your own medication? So, say if I wanted to heal you.
So at the start of the closed alpha, that's not going to be a thing, but down the line, we're definitely adding it. We want a really robust medical system. And while you can see the groundwork for it, there's going to be more done before we're happy with it.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay, and Cofferbear also asks, as I understand it, it's going to be more civilian than military grade loot. And what does top of the line gear actually look like?
1 second, I'm going to throw on a full outfit of top of the line gear.
Oh, we're gonna have a wardrobe change here, chat.
Yeah, live on stream wardrobe change. I'm gonna keep my sunglasses because I like them.
Monk TOS, I can't show that.
Oh shoot.
Okay. In the meantime, while you're doing that, Grisnum98 from Reddit asks, will my friends be able to access my base where I have placed a lock?
Yes, so you will actually have keys to your locked doors, so you can interact with those freely. Alright, so this here is fairly high tier loot here that I'm wearing.
Okay, other than your shoes, which you're not wearing.
Oh dear. So, this isn't like another game where you might be rocking a, Barrett 50, just ruining people's days, but an AK with full auto and 7.62, that's going to wreck just about anybody's day. Even spraying rounds at a car, you're going to do a lot of damage.
Nice. Okay, so do we have vehicle damage implemented at this time?
In its basic form, yes. You can even accidentally cause the fuel tank to blow, which is a little arcadey, I know, but a little chance for things to go wrong is always nice to have in a game like this.
Awesome. Okay, now we've already answered questions about sleepers and stuff like that. Now we saw at the start of the game when I was just setting up right at the start of the stream, there are former occupations that we can choose for our characters. Are there more of these planned later down the line?
Character creation is nowhere near finished at this point. We're going to be making a lot of tweaks with time, we think.
Okay, awesome. Right, I think I think I saw one from one of my mods as well that was asking about this lake. Do we have any plans for the future for fishing or boats or anything along those lines?
Yes, and yes on both accounts. We have plans for boats and we have plans for fishing. In fact,
Awesome.
I'm sure my friend Gunslinger would love to pontificate at some point about what he has in mind for doing with our boats and fishing.
Oh, that's Gunslinger's brainchild, is it?
Fishing is really something he's very excited to work.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Auto run. I believe we said that they would be taking it away to the team to discuss because it hadn't been brought up just yet. Did you?
Let me double check those there.
Sure.
Right, so the first question was about file size. We're sitting at about 60 gigs, which is fairly large, I know. That was likely to change during the closed alpha because, again, the game's in a very early state and things are always subject to change. The other question was from Western Gopnik. He wanted to ask what would happen to loot and vehicles if they were destroyed. And loot's destroyed. You know, if you have a car and it's, you know, your trunk's full of cool stuff and that car blows up, I'm sorry to say that your cool stuff has probably exploded too.
Awesome. Okay, so that's a risk we have to take when we're moving around the map, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah. It's all about trade-offs.
Cool.
I've also seen, I'm just going to address this in the chat, some people were asking about the packs and whether or not they were play to win. All of the packs are generally giving just purely cosmetic things, and even the weapons that were done for people, they're not just going to spawn in and, you know, start the game with, you know, a suppressed sniper rifle. It's going to be something players can find in the world. So really, it's just meant for them to sort of have their own little mark on our game world.
Oh, lost connection.
Oh.
Good timing, though. I mean, we got to the end of what we wanted to do, so... You know.
Alrighty.
Okay, so... I think, chat, that is everything that we're going to have time for today. But... Thank you so much for being here, and I want to, whilst we have a moment, I do just want to thank the entire dev team behind DeadMatter. Obviously, this is an incredible opportunity for me. It's been awesome to have this chance, and I really do appreciate it. All of you guys in chat, thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. MrAtomicDuck, thank you for answering my questions as well and guiding me around today.
Always a pleasure.
Can I get, chat, can I get a round of applause? Can I get some claps in chat for the developers, please? I would much appreciate it. If we can get some claps in chat as a round of applause for the team, it would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. Love to see it.
Thank you very much for having us.